Okay, let's try this again. Welcome to the second edition of Whimsy Wednesday. It's already September. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm having a little September shock. I myself love the summer and would replicate the normal July over and over. To me, fall is just winter's coming. And I'm not a winter person. No surprise, I'm pretty sure, to anyone out there. So, yeah, September, of course, means school for many of us. And, of course, it looks very different this year. I'm sure a few folks are curious how that's going. Mentally, I'm doing better than I thought I would. Did not have an anxiety attack on the first day. I'm finding I'm more comfortable in my classroom space than I anticipated. But I do have a very large classroom, so that's a little different. I love my plexi wall thing. Almost would deal with my plexi wall all the time. Anyway, so it is what it is. We're moving forward on that. I've been exhausted each day coming home. I do have my routine. As you can see, I'm now wrapped up in sari silk. So thanks to, let's see, this is, oh no, I've suddenly forgotten. I can't remember where all my saris have come from. The sari skirts come from Darn Good Yarn, that's right. And then my regular saris are coming from a woman right on Facebook. Loving the sari silk. And I love the fact that it's recycled. Well, not recycled, but reused. It otherwise would have been shredded or disposed of, ended up in a landfill. I'm more than happy to use somebody's seconds. So yeah, I have my whole routine of Lush products, wrapping up in silk, relaxing. I now have a tiara. So I should explain the tiara. Last week, whenever, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, stumbled across a $2 tiara on eBay, bid on it. To my shock, I actually won it. It's a cute little vintage tiara. So happy to actually finally have one. I wanted one for years. Silly, I know, but I have. So now I have my little tiara to enjoy. So I can sip tea and wear a tiara, especially on Tuesdays. And apparently today. Some of you might have noticed that there's new curtains back here. This was part of my stress shopping last week. I got it in my head that I wanted new curtains for the window, which is over there. I wanted something that was going to be light colored, still have some color to it, light so it brightens up the room, but I also wanted something thermal. So poking around on Amazon, which gotta say, buying curtains is a new thing to me. I've made most of my curtains forever. So looking on Amazon, I really had mixed feelings. I'm like, I can't make it for that price. And then kind of guilty because I can't make it for that price. So I narrowed it down to 3 options, all blues. Different tones of blue, I would say. And then a friend had commented asking if I was looking for the sliding door. And I'm like, don't be silly. They're on the same wall. I can actually have matching curtains for once. I know, it's probably perfectly normal for you to have matching curtains. Never crossed my mind until that moment. So I ordered them, and they came in like 2 days. Couldn't believe it. So Monday, I get done with the first day back at school. I have my tiara. I have a box of curtains. I hang curtains. Why not? So new curtains, I like them. I think Clara likes them. She's like enjoying hanging out between them. She's lounging much more under them than the other ones. It's really cute. But they are thermal, which is nice. They block the light more than I anticipated because, you know, they're white. But it's because of that thermal layer back in there. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's there. They're still trying to get rid of some wrinkles. We'll ignore those. Okay, so, I want to talk about this. which I haven't opened yet. I should open these. I love the chrome shelves that I have. Okay, they're obviously not a decorative thing, but for my archival stuff, I've been using chrome shelves. And what appeals to me so much is they're just the right width for the archival boxes that I use from Gaylord. And at the old place, I had 2 full sets side by side in one wall. Actually, it was side by side, but I had a gap in between for hanging things. Here, none of those rooms are quite as big as the sewing room was there. So instead, I have the half shelves, half height in the bedroom closet, the millinery bedroom closet. I couldn't do the full height because there's like this built-in like closet-made type of shelf. But there's a big gap between like the top of the chrome shelf and the closet made. And like, okay, it works for like putting totes on, but it's not really functioning as well as I would like for the archival boxes. So I started poking around, and lo and behold, you can actually get the verticals, the poles for the chrome shelves in different lengths. So these are the 14 inches, and that's going to give me, oh cute, they're numbered. My other ones aren't numbered. Oh my gosh, that's actually a great thing because sometimes like I would accidentally get like the hook pieces off by just one bracket, and that was a pain. Clunk onto the floor. So with these, I'm going to be able to put in one more shelf on one set, because I do have one shelf left over from when I put the 2 of them together in there. That way, and then the other one's in the laundry room right now. Yeah, so if you can imagine, I initially had 2 full sets of the 4-foot wide chrome shelves. So the shelves themselves end up, taller than me. And that's what originally held all my archival stuff and then some of my millinery stuff at the old apartment. So coming here, I've gone down to half the height in the closet of that to hold the archival stuff. And the millinery stuff doesn't really fit on there at all. So that's why it's like, if I talk about how much of a mess the millinery room is, because I have half the shelving that I previously had in that space. So it's a little jarring. Even a year later, it's jarring to me on how much of a mess that is, and trying to like get it back together. So I'm hoping this will help, because by putting in that other shelf, I'll be able to put those archival boxes in there the way I want, and then have a little bit of space on the top. Really make use of that space much better than what it is. So there's that. If you happen to be on my Facebook, you know that earlier today I posted that I had a straw shipment touring the Finger Lakes. Good news, it arrived. I'm very pleased that it arrived. I was kind of wondering what the deal was, because it was going to some towns that aren't like from A to B. So it's like, what's going on? So it took quite the journey. Now, I don't normally order a fall going into winter straw order, but because the year's so unusual, I'm like, it's available, I should buy it now. So I did. And it's a good assortment of straw. There's still no natural straw in the width that I want. So eventually I'll be able to make some natural pieces again. I miss doing that. Currently I'm working on a green one, and you'll have that available soon. Okay, I think that's all of those little bits and pieces. Uh-oh. I'm gonna hit pause.